Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids, elementary and high school age. Today is going to be a week of daily plans, and I am using my Sterling Ink daily planner. This is the full year B6 size daily planner, and I've been using this for a little while now and really like it quite a bit. Now, if you saw last week, I did my first weekly plan with me in this dashboard layout from Erin Condren, and gosh, it was chaotic and definitely a struggle for me to get through it because I just didn't know how to use it. And I think that I have some ideas of what I need to do for next time, which number one, I'm not sure I need to have my brain dump in a daily planner if I have this side. I almost feel like, and I know that I mentioned this during my walkthrough when I did my unboxing of all of these planners, that I could just split this down the middle and have one side for personal and one side for work tasks. I don't know. I really don't know. It is just trying to figure out new systems is a little bit challenging. And part of me is saying, don't bother, just stay with the system that works. And that was not a straight line, but that's okay. And just do that. But what happens is I just get into these habits and I don't know how to break them or change them, or if I need to. And case in point, when I did this weekly plan with me, I put my dailies here so that I wouldn't have to put them here, but I'm just going to put them here anyways, because honestly, while I have this here and that's helpful, during the week, I'm not necessarily looking at my weekly plan. I'm more looking at my daily plan. So maybe I don't need this here. I don't know. All right, guys, this is going to be just chaotic. You will notice that it is Tuesday when I'm planning this because yesterday I did not plan. We were out most of the day. Matt had the day off. Just did not need to plan yesterday. But today, because Matt had the day off yesterday, it's going to be very busy because I didn't really do any cleaning yesterday or over the weekend because it was Mother's Day. So I'm going to put Monday reset, and I did put that in my planner, my weekly plan as well, even though it's not Monday, it's Tuesday, because today I'm going to be kind of resetting the house. I have laundry. I need to do a grocery order. I don't know. It's at this point, it is 9 o'clock, and that is too late for me to put in a grocery order today for pickup, but maybe I can do something tomorrow. I already checked in with Patreon, and again, I wrote these habits in my, oh guys, okay. I need to film a lot of content today. And this is where the redundancy kind of comes into play, because I have now filming this content this week. I did write it in my brain dump for the week, and now I'm writing it in my daily plan. And yeah, I just don't know. And when I write week of dailies, it's not all of my daily plans for the week. I'm just doing Tuesdays. I need to do the ECTP comparison because that launch was last week by the time this video goes up, and they made some major changes to the horizontal teacher planner, which is what I've been using since 2015 for homeschool planning, that I wasn't sure about when I first heard about them because I hadn't seen them in person yet. But when I got the planner, the teacher planner, and went through it, I'm really excited about some of the new changes. I think they're going to be really, really good. I need to figure out what I'm going to order on teacher planner launch, which I'm obviously filming this on the 13th, and the 19th is EC Insider launch day for teacher planners. And so I kind of need to go through and figure out what I'm going to get. I think I want to get one of the softbound planners. I am unsure if I need such a large planner this year, because I'm only planning for 2. And it's kind of funny because when I started using the teacher planner, I was only planning for 2, and those 2 were in early elementary. But now I have 1 in high school and 1 going into 5th grade, so there's actually quite a bit that I could write down in the teacher planner. I'm just unsure of what I need to use for this year. So, but I do want to see the softbound because I've said this in several videos at this point that you may have already seen. There is a navy blue cover of one of the softbounds. I think it has a hexagon interior design, but that navy blue cover is so pretty. And I have been drawn to navy blue recently. So today I have to film. That's what I'm writing right now. The ECTP comparison. I need to pre-record my live stream. I was supposed to have an appointment this morning, but the scheduling got messed up. And so it was supposed to be this morning, but it's tomorrow morning instead. That's all right. That means that I can just get a lot more filming done today, which is pretty good. I do need to clean out my pantry this week, and I want to vlog that, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I am super tired right now. I would like to do this video. I am planning this summer. I've mentioned this a couple of times now. I've purchased a lot of planners over the past, I don't know, couple of months for planner launch season for the academic year, because I do kind of think about a lot of things with planning within the academic year because of homeschooling. And so my plan is to, this summer, when things are hopefully a little bit slower, I say that, but who knows, to take all of the planners that I've purchased and do plan with me's in all of them. I love to share planners with you guys, but I've been using my same system of the vertical weekly life planner and the daily duo or the petite daily planners since 2015. I mean, I started using just the vertical weekly life planner in 2014, but then in 2015, gosh, is that when they started coming out with the petite planner line? 2016? I can't remember. But I have been using essentially the same system for a decade. And I like my system a lot, but for the past several years, I've felt this pull to change it, and not just change it because of shiny object syndrome, although there's definitely a lot of that within the planner community, but just because my life stage is very different now than it was a decade ago. And just thinking about the changes in life, the things that I'm doing, how my kids are so much older and we just have different priorities now than a decade ago, it doesn't necessarily seem that my planning is reflecting that or supporting it as well as it could. And so I'm just trying to change a few things, but even though my system, quote unquote, works at the moment, I just want something a little bit different. And while I absolutely love coiled planners and I love the Erin Condren paper, it's a lot, it's big books. I think part of it is because I'm out of the house so much now that I just need something smaller that I can keep with me. I don't know. I'm unsure. Things like when we go to the library and, you know, Barnes and Noble, and we're doing work there, the kids are doing school and I'm working on stuff. It's a lot to carry like all of these planners with me. So that's kind of why I'm thinking of trying to shift things. But because it is such an ingrained habit at this point, it's very, very hard to change habits. It's very difficult to build a new habit, and it's difficult to break a habit too. And this isn't even a bad habit. As I've evaluated my planning system, I just don't think it's serving me as well now. And I have a lot of books that I'm in, and it can be a little bit chaotic. I mean, there is a method to my madness, but I would like to simplify a little bit. So now that I say simplify, one thing that I did not write on my list is I did get the new simplified weekly planner from Emily Lay, and in that she has a simplified challenge at the start of all of her planners. And so I want to look at that and see if there's a time that I can do that. I'm thinking maybe in July before we start our school year, just to kind of go through the house and just get a bunch of stuff done. I don't know, we'll see. But I do want to go through that. I am working on commonplace stuff because I've been doing a ton of research on commonplace notebooks. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned this already in another week of daily plans or plan with me, that I really like the commonplace notebooking idea, but I need to kind of adjust it because of my rebel mindset. And I want to combine a lot of different things, some collection type stuff from bullet journaling, some personal journaling. It's a lot of stuff that I'm just considering. I also want to consider morning pages. Now, why am I writing all of this stuff today when I'm filming all of this content? Part of the reason is because it's supposed to be 70 today, and so I fully expect that I'm going to do most of my content filming this morning, and then I want to go and just be outside. And I love to sit on our deck and just contemplate. I want to read through some of the library books that I have because, oh, I've taken out many a book over the past couple of months, mostly in April, and I've just renewed them, and I'm running out of renew time. They're not letting me renew them anymore, and I really want to get through these books. The problem is that all of my books come in at the same exact time, and these are all nonfiction books that I'm really interested in reading. I've not been reading barely any fiction over the past couple of months. It has been so busy, and it's just not something that has happened. I think I'm 20 books behind in my Goodreads goal at this point. I'm hoping to catch up this summer. We will see. I've not really been doing much fiction reading at all, and I want to. It's easier for me to get through fiction books than it is nonfiction books, because nonfiction, I'm taking notes and I am writing quotes and I'm looking up new things and really learning through nonfiction. That's how I do it anyways. Okay. And then I need to talk to Emma about colleges. We're going to a college fair in a couple of weeks, I think. Or is it next week? It's next week. And I need her to narrow down the colleges that she wants to look at. For some reason, the college fair is only 2 hours long, and there's going to be like 100 colleges there. And so she's not going to have time to really sit and talk with anybody. We're just going to have to power through, get a bunch of information, talk for maybe 10 minutes, and then move on. So we have to kind of figure out which colleges. She's not really been interested in most of the colleges that we've seen lately. The only one that she has liked is Gordon. I don't know. Most of these are public universities. There are some private liberal arts colleges. I don't think she's interested in going to a big school at all. I think she wants something much smaller. So we just kind of have to go through and do that. I would also like to do some homeschool planning today, but my list is looking pretty long at this point, and it is already 9 o'clock. So I am doing that right now. Now I'm going to time block. How am I going to do that with the Monday reset, guys? There's way too much stuff on my list. Way too many things. Okay, that's all right. We'll figure it out. So I was up at 5 because of course I was. And I did AM routine, work tasks from 6 to 7, get ready, and I've already started filming. I started filming at 8, and I'm still filming. I'm going to go until lunchtime, most likely. Hopefully it won't take me that long. And then we will do lunch. I'm actually going to do laundry in here, goals this afternoon. And the goals stuff is really a lot of this stuff, the commonplace, morning pages, library books, colleges, homeschool planning, simplified challenge, all of this is falling under goals. It's falling under a lot of different goals, like the homeschool planning and the colleges is part of my passion project and homeschool focus goal. Library books, morning pages, commonplace is more of my wellness / rhythms and systems goals. So a couple of different goals. A simplified challenge is my home as a sanctuary. And then I do actually want to put walk down here in a completely different pen because why not? All right, so AM routine. And actually in my last week of daily plans video, I think it was my week of daily plans, I went through and talked about all of my color coding. So I will leave that linked if you're interested in seeing that. It's not going to take me a full hour to do laundry and the grocery order. Well, it might take me longer to do the grocery order, but I just want to throw in the laundry and I can kind of do that between videos, I can do that. Okay, and then get ready. And for dinner, I think I'm going to make pork tenderloin. No, we have leftovers from yesterday because we got Chinese food, so that's what I'm going to do. And actually, I probably could have put goals for later. I'm going to put, will we do a walk tonight? Maybe after dinner? Depends on how the weather is. Okay, this is a separate walk from this. This is a walk with the kids. So here's Tuesday. This was a very long daily plan. I don't know if I will come in this afternoon or if I will come in tomorrow morning to plan. We will see. But this is the plan for right now, and we will see how it all turns out in a couple of seconds. Okay, guys, it is about 4 o'clock on Tuesday afternoon, and I was able to get quite a bit done today. I had forgotten to put my co-working session down. I did work on that and that and that and that and this. Did not do grocery order, and I haven't done homeschool planning. I also didn't do this video. In fact, I recorded a lot of content today, and I don't know how any of it is going to go. I had a bunch of notes for my Erin Condren teacher planner comparison, and I did go over all of those things. And I had some ideas of things that I was going to buy on launch day, which has already happened by the time this video goes up. But as I was reading through the information, I realized that what I wanted was not actually what I wanted. So I know that that probably sounds silly, but what ended up happening was I realized that the Sapphire hexagon planner that I wanted to get, the softbound teacher planner, is actually the vertical. And while I think it's great to have the vertical as an option, I don't use the vertical. And so I was like, oh no, I really wanted that blue. And so now I have to decide if I want to spend the money on the hexagon cover for the horizontal planner in the softbound version. And I'm unsure. But as I was going through my comparison, I kind of realized that I think that I do want to just continue using my normal Erin Condren teacher planner and just keep that. We'll see. Anyways, I didn't even say. I got most of my stuff done. It's only 4 o'clock, so I'm still working on some like goal related stuff. I do need to figure out what I'm going to do for dinner and finish up some laundry, but overall I had a pretty successful day. I'm very tired though now. So floors, vacuum. See, that habit thing on the dashboard layout, I don't know if this is worth it for me. I don't know if I will even come back and look at this, or if I just need to keep my habits in my daily plan. We'll see. I also haven't cleaned off my office desk, which probably should try and do that after I finish filming this, because it's pretty messy. Tomorrow I have an appointment here. I need to do some homeschool with Emma. It's statistics, and honestly, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to sit down with her, which is one of the reasons that I try and finish all of my work for the year in April, because it just gets so crazy as the spring goes on. I'm going to continue with library books because I have 9 books out right now, and I'm just trying to get through them. I will also do some budget stuff here. Spend tracking. I have it listed for Thursday, but I will do like end of month reporting stuff. I will just update that tomorrow, hopefully. I need to check in with Patreon. This whole week feels weird because my husband had yesterday off, and so tomorrow doesn't feel like it should be Wednesday. It feels like it should be Tuesday. I really need to figure out, I don't know when I'm going to do this. I don't know why I planned so much stuff on Thursday. We're going to be gone most of the morning. I might have to do a little bit more tomorrow. I'm supposed to do the electronic screens. I would like the kids to put their laundry away tonight, but most likely it will be tomorrow. I want to go for a walk. I want to read/rest in the afternoon, which I've not been doing, and that is something that I want to focus on because I don't want to burn out, but these past couple of months it's been so chaotic. I don't know. Let me see, what else did I put down? I need to work on my email series. I don't know when I put that down. I didn't put that on any of my plans for the week. See, okay, here's part of the problem. In my brain, I make my brain dump list, and then all of the things from my brain dump list, which I actually have back here, I put on particular days for the most part. Some things don't necessarily have a day, and I will just come back and check it, but I don't have a place to put any of this stuff. I've just listed it here. And so I don't know, I've got to work on that a little bit more. Okay, so if I can do that and the workbook maybe in the morning, we'll see. I haven't been sleeping well, so I'm pretty tired in the morning, and I will put homeschool planning here as well. Homeschool Emma for an hour, and then home management, lunch, and then I'm going to put goals here, and I've been putting goals like in the afternoon. Oh shoot, you know what? I also haven't done the grocery order. Shoot, I have to do that first thing in the morning. I've been putting my goals in the afternoon, and sometimes that is working on my personal goals, but a lot of times it is working on work stuff. And it's kind of like a balance, but it's supposed to be really nice again tomorrow, so I'm hoping to spend some time outside again, which is just lovely. I really do love spending time out on the deck. Usually the highlighter works okay, but probably didn't let it dry long enough. So I will just outline the sections. All right, guys, here is my plan for Wednesday. I really do prefer to do the daily planning the night before, I feel like, at least recently, so that as soon as I get up, I can just get going with my day and I don't have to take any time for planning. It usually doesn't take me that long, but recently I've just been so tired in the morning when I get up that my brain is not functioning, which you may have noticed when I did my planning this morning. I was really struggling. So here's my plan for Wednesday. I will check in a few seconds and let you know how everything went. Okay guys, my kids are playing Try Not to Laugh right now outside. So if you hear screaming, that is what is going on at the moment. It is Wednesday afternoon and it has been an absolutely gorgeous day outside. So I have not gotten nearly as much done as I probably should have. Also not really drawing lines on the grids. Okay, so I did do my dailies, except for my office desk again. I have done some homeschool with Emma, and she had like a big breakthrough, so she feels really good about statistics, so that's really good. I have been going through the library books. I've not done budget and spend tracking. I did electronic screens. The kids did their laundry. We went for a walk. I did read. I have been doing homeschool planning. I did the grocery order. I have not worked on the email and workbook, and I do not think I will probably work on that this afternoon. I might. Never say never. It is only about 3:30, and so I still have plenty of day left. However, I am just living it up outside, living my best deck life while the kids are playing, and I have been reading this book, Building a Second Brain, which is really fascinating. I'm only a few chapters in. I've only read part 1, but I really like this because I've been thinking a lot about commonplace notebooks and commonplacing and journaling and how I keep track of information. And I heard somebody talk about this book. It might have been Ali Abdaal. I think it probably was. And he has a podcast and YouTube channel. I can leave those linked if you're interested. It's all about productivity and, personal development, that kind of stuff. I find this really interesting because I am not necessarily somebody who does well with digital things. I have done a lot of digital decluttering over the years. I have really tried to pare down how much technology I'm using. And part of the reason is because it becomes so overwhelming to me. I love technology. I really do. I've always been an early adopter of a lot of different things. I mean, for instance, I started blogging in 2001. So that was like a really long time ago for blogging. But it's like, sorry, now my dog's going crazy because there's a dog outside too. But technology, there is just so much information available, and trying to manage all of the information is challenging. So a couple of good examples of this digital clutter that I'm talking about is like digital photos. How many pictures do you take of one particular thing? It's not like when, I don't know if this was you, but I grew up in the 90s, and going to camp, I had like this little rectangular camera that had film that was kind of like long with two little barrels on either end. And so I couldn't take 30 pictures of one thing. I took one picture and hoped for the best. And so we have a ton of digital pictures. How do you manage that? I take screenshots of so many things on Instagram. How do you manage that? Having the digital tools is great, but then you also have to have that system in place to go through that information and either file it away for later or delete it and get rid of it, or expound upon it more, do more research into whatever that thing is. But I think what happens more often than not, at least for me, is that there's just so much that I would have to be coming in every day to go through all of that digital information. And I have been trying to create some new systems this year as part of my goals to manage some of that digital stuff, like my pictures. I did go through and finally got rid of all of the pictures on my phone and uploaded a bunch to an external hard drive. And so this year I've been really proactive about going through my pictures each month and printing out the ones that I want and transferring any that I want to save onto an external hard drive, but then deleting them from my phone. And that system is working really well for me. But to have a system for every single digital tool is something really that I've been thinking a lot about. I'm not sure that I'm at the place that this guy is talking about for building a second brain, but I can see how a lot of what he's talking about can also be used in the way that I take notes on things and sort of categorize and index different information so that I can refer back to it later. Anyways, it's really fascinating. And so that's what I've been doing most of the afternoon. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. So today has been a good day. I didn't do the budget and spend tracking, and like I said, I didn't do the email and workbook, but I could still work on that later. Tomorrow is going to be kind of I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to get done tomorrow. So I'm not going to put my dailies down because Lucy's having a procedure first thing in the morning. So we need to leave at 6, and I'm hoping we'll be home. I'm going to say 9. I'm going to say 9 o'clock. So I will say that. Okay. I'm not going to put my dailies because I don't want to vacuum when she gets home. I just want her to rest. So I am going to put, though, my office desk, because I have been ignoring this office desk. Part of that is because I've been doing so much with the planner launch season with the teacher planner and all of that stuff. So I have planners piled up on my desk and I just haven't put them away. I also have a bunch of stuff from the conferences that I went to the first 2 weekends in May, the homeschool conferences, that I just have not gone through yet. See, that's another thing. I've captured all of this stuff, but I haven't done the next step of organizing the information. If you've not read Getting Things Done by David Allen, it's a pretty dry book, but his method for processing information is so incredibly helpful. If you think that book is too dry, his book, Getting Things Done for Teens, I think that's what it's called. Yes, Getting Things Done for Teens is much easier to digest. I don't mind that dry textbook-like feel, but it was a little bit harder to get through. I read the first half and then I did immersion reading while I was listening and reading the book at the same time, listening to the audiobook. Sorry guys, I'm talking a lot about books today. All right, so office desk, and then I would like to clean my office, get things more organized. I mean, things are pretty organized, but I have a bunch of piles. I'm looking around at my desk right now, so I want to work on that. I would like to do some food prep tomorrow. I want to make quinoa salad. It's so good. It's just like quinoa and cucumbers and peppers and onions and parsley, like a lot of fresh parsley. And then I make like this turmeric lemon dressing with, I mean, it's like, how do I make it? Lemon juice, olive oil, salt and pepper, a little garlic powder or fresh garlic if you have it, turmeric, and then some maple syrup. Not a lot, but just enough to give it a little bit of sweetness, and I absolutely love that. I want to have that, and I want to make some black beans just to have on hand. I love black beans with like lime juice. If I cook black beans and season them while I'm cooking them, and then I just have them like cold with a can of Rotel and lime juice and cayenne and some garlic and cilantro if I have it, which I don't, but fresh cilantro I absolutely love. Let's see, what else do I want to do tomorrow? Let me see. I have to say that I have not really been following my weekly plan at all. I did this, I am doing this, I did this, part of it. Haven't done that, I did this, haven't done that, I did this. Haven't done those. I think my newsletter is ready to go. No, it's not. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of stuff tomorrow. Well, if Lucy is not feeling great, that'll probably be okay. So black beans, what else do I want to prep for food? Maybe if I could make, I keep seeing these egg bite recipes on Instagram, and I made some a couple of weeks ago. Very similar to what you get at Starbucks, but I used like my muffin tins to cook them. They still stuck a little bit because I've been trying to use a natural spray, like it's just avocado oil, and I find that things stick. It's not like when you just use Pam, which is terrible for you, but Pam actually works quite well. Anyways, so these egg bites, it's essentially just eggs, cottage cheese, some cheddar cheese, and I cooked up some chicken breakfast sausage. I don't know how you would say that, but I was thinking about doing some more with sausage, and then also I really love feta and spinach and eggs, and so I was thinking I would do some with feta, spinach, maybe some onion, and I think that would be really good. I'm trying to get more protein, like every other perimenopausal woman in the world right now is trying to get more protein. I eat very little protein. It's just, I don't know why. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I don't eat any red meat. I do eat chicken occasionally, but I prefer fish. So I eat a lot of salmon or haddock or shrimp. Anyways, so I'm trying to get more protein. And so these egg bites are a good way to do that. And the kids like them. So, and my husband probably will like them too. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do tomorrow. That I might be able to do all of that. Budget and bills. I will not be able to run out and drop anything off at the post office tomorrow. I do have library books to pick up, but I have like 5 books in transit right now and only 1 has come in. And so I kind of want to wait until this weekend to go and pick them up. All right, Patreon, main homeschool network. I will probably not be doing too much tomorrow. I will put my email down again, and hopefully I will have some time to work on it, but it's possible that I won't be doing this stuff until this weekend. This type of work where I'm really having to focus and think through everything is much better first thing in the morning for me. So honestly, I should have been doing that this morning. I don't know what I did this morning, to be real honest. I got up at 5. I know I was up at 5. I did my morning routine. Oh, you know what I was doing this morning? I was thinking about starting morning pages. If you've not read this book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, she talks about morning pages, and so I thought I was going to start morning pages this morning in this little notebook which is one of the new simplified mini notebooks. It's just lined. She recommends a standard 8.5 by 11 notebook. And I've seen a lot of people say A5, like the Lloydstrom A5 notebooks, which I absolutely love. I have a lot of these from when I was trying to bullet journal way back in the day. I still have all of these and I really, really like them. But I thought that even this might be too much space and too much pressure if I'm going to do 3 pages. So I was going to grab something really small to try that. And then I got distracted thinking about how my journaling habit, I used to wake up every morning and part of my morning routine used to be journaling and then planning my day. So I've been journaling since 5th grade, since I was 10 years old. I have journals. I have so many journals. I have gotten rid of several of them, but I still have a lot. And when I was kind of reading through morning pages and understanding what they are, it's essentially just like a brain dump and getting everything out that you're thinking about first thing in the morning. And that's what I used to do. And I had a lot more creativity in the mornings when I did that. But over the past 5 years, I would say, I've kind of stopped doing that. Once we moved into this house, even though I was still having my morning routine, it was just different enough. And especially with everything with COVID, because we moved a couple of weeks before COVID happened, it's just, I got out of that habit that I had been in for decades and haven't got back to it. Long story long, I was thinking about morning pages and realized that I used to do that a lot, not to the extent where I would say, okay, I have to be writing for 3 pages, but just what is actually put on the page was what I was doing. So I would like to get back to that. And don't you love my chatty videos, guys? Okay. So what I'm going to say is that I'm going to be with Lucy here, and then when we get home, I will do breakfast for everybody else and probably some food prep here. And then I am going to put home management here. I don't think I'm going to be doing too much, just my office really, and then lunch, and then I will say budget and bills, and then walk. And here I will put goals again, I think. And I'm just going to continue with my library books and taking notes. Do I like to get stuff done first thing in the morning? Yes. Is leaving with my 10-year-old at 6 a.m. a good idea? No. I will not be probably doing my morning routine tomorrow. I will make coffee and I will bring it with me. Food prep probably should have been home management color, but that's all right. I'm definitely gonna have to bring coffee with me because I didn't last time and it was not great. We went for a very nice walk this morning, and I walked for quite a while before that as well, which was really nice. I think it's going to start raining again either tomorrow or Friday, and so I'm trying to absorb as much vitamin D as I can. Okay, here is my plan for Thursday, and we will see how it goes. I will most likely come back in the afternoon again to update you. What do I absolutely need to get done tomorrow? Nothing. None of this stuff has to be done. My focus is really going to be on Lucy, and so we'll see. We'll see what I can get done. I'll check in a couple of seconds and let you know how everything went. Okay guys, it is Thursday afternoon and it's been a good day. However, I have not gotten nearly as much done as I had hoped, but that's okay. I just haven't been able to do the food prep and stuff, and I haven't done budget or bills. I will do that either tomorrow or Saturday. I also didn't work on my email stuff. I don't know why I wrote all of this stuff down, to be real honest. I did clean my office though, and that took quite a while to get everything sorted. I was getting rid of some old planners and just kind of going through things and tearing out things that I wanted to keep. But overall, I'm feeling good about things. So what is on tap for tomorrow? I am not entirely sure yet. And typically I do not plan on Thursday afternoon for Friday, because if it's a nice day, the kids and I will do stuff, and it's usually our screen-free day. But because of this week in general, I think that it's probably going to be not a screen-free day, and I think it's going to be raining. So don't have a ton that I am thinking about doing. All right, so I will put dailies, even though every day this week I've put dailies, and I put them over here. I'm thinking, while I like to write the habits here and see them, I'm not entirely sure that this is going to be checked as often as my daily plan. Actually, I have done May and June content planning. Spring cleaning, I really have not done. I have spent quite a bit of time researching commonplace notebooks and also doing that. I think at the beginning of the week I said that I wanted to work on my pantry. If it's raining tomorrow, potentially I could do that. We will see. All right, so floors, vacuum, surfaces, office desk. Oops, I didn't spell that correctly. Well, all right. Then I will put pantry here. Potentially I will get to it. I would like to put food prep again. I won't list out the things because I did yesterday. If I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, that's also okay. It's not that big of a deal. I do have to go to the library because I have 5 books to pick up. So I also want to hopefully get through most of the library books that I have today, which there's just no way for me to get through all of them. I think I said earlier in the week I have 9, and I've gone through some of them. I'm not going to read all the way through. Some of them I'm going to have to check out again, but I have to return them first and then see if I can request them again because they are through interlibrary loan. That's the problem. I do want to print pictures, which I haven't done yet, for April and May. And then homeschool planning is just something that I always need to be doing for next year. In fact, I kind of want to record starting to set up my homeschool planner. However, I'm unsure if I need to wait until I get some stickers from Erin Condren or if I can use like washi tape and stuff that I already have. I'm inclined to do that, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if I will actually film that tomorrow or not. I have gone through and put sticky notes on all the pages to see exactly what I want to do with each of the pages. All right, so I have Patreon, main homeschool network, and I think that's about all because it is supposed to be our screen-free day. So I'm probably going to try to be off of screens for the most part. And overall, I have gotten pretty much everything done. Oh shoot, I did want to work on the email stuff, which I keep writing down. I don't know if I will actually do that tomorrow or not. It might be something that I work on this weekend. I mean, it's not really due until the end of the month, but I was just trying to get most of it finished ahead of time, which I will. It's probably just not going to be this week. The end of June. Did I say the end of this month? It's not the end of this month, the end of June. Okay, I'm not going to time block tomorrow because I just don't know if we are going to be running out. I do need to buy new sneakers for Jack and Lucy, and Emma needs to find some shoes for the prom. In fact, Jack needs a whole outfit for the prom, so I don't know. We may go out tomorrow if it's not raining. Or if it is raining, we may still go out. So this is my plan for Friday. Oh goodness, I am very tired. It has been a long day and I could use some rest, but I'm going to go out and finish working on some library stuff, the library books, and doing a little bit more journaling, and then I'm going to have to come in and make dinner. So here is Friday, and I will check in a couple of seconds to wrap up the rest of this video for you. Okay guys, so today was another really good day, and it actually did not rain today, so I probably should have been doing a little bit more in the way of outdoor work, but I did get quite a bit done. I did go through the pantry, not all the way. I still need to finish doing that. I did not do food prep, went to the library, spent a good bit of time outside on the deck with the kids and going through my library books, as well as some new library books that I just got. Lots of books. Lots of books, lots of homeschool planning too. I think I'm just about done purchasing all of the resources that I need for books for both Jack and Lucy. There are online classes and workshops and some other online resources that I do need to get, but I cannot buy those until we actually start school. So that's a little bit challenging. Some of them, it's not that big of a deal, but I do have a bunch of online resources from Khan Academy and from like various YouTube videos and some other things that I still need to go through, but that will be more on like a monthly basis when I'm doing my normal homeschool planning. I kind of have everything laid out how I think it needs to go for the year. So my next step is to get my planner set up, my homeschool planner, which is the Erin Condren teacher planner, and get that all set up and start putting sticky notes in the 12 boxes at the beginning of the planner to kind of map out where I want to be each month. I need to pick a start date first though, and I'm not sure we're going to start in July this year. We have been starting in July for, I don't know, 7 years, I think. 8 years maybe, but I think we might wait until the middle of August this year. We will see. I still have to kind of think about that. And actually I have a whole video that I need to film, which is like, I think part 5, my 2025-2026 homeschool planning series, all about how to structure your year and what I'm going to do. But I haven't made it yet because I am still unsure. I still have to think about it. So overall, it's been a really good day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this little plan with me in this Sterling Ink daily planner. I know it's a little bit different because I usually come in with my daily duo, which I absolutely love. And I do have a new one for 2025-2026 that starts in July, but I've been kind of enjoying this smaller one book for a full year lately and just trying it out. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're looking for more help and encouragement around home and homeschooling and goals, I would love for you to come check out my membership community. We're talking a lot about homeschool planning and planner launch season over there. And I do have my mid-year goals check challenge coming up at the end of June if you're interested in signing up for that. It's a free challenge. There's going to be some short little emails and a workbook to go through if you're interested. I would love for you to join us. That link will also be in the description box. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.